What's up? It's the Fragrance Apprentice here today with another video about fragrances. Who would have thought, right? Before we even get down to business, there's a couple of things that I wanted to just kind of allude to really, and that is the more people have been saying, hey, Fragrance Apprentice, loving your videos, and I love you right back, but it's a bit too long, a bit too lengthy, 20 minutes is a bit too much.
Ain't nobody got time for that!
And I have to agree with that, so today I'm going to try a new format and going to try and shorten the review a bit just to make everybody's life a bit easier. And second of all, I've got a new concept that's going to kind of hopefully smoothen out the fragrance reviews from now on. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so that's cool. Fracom, I have an honest question for you. Do you have like, do any of you have like a house that, it's not your favourite house or anything like that, but they're very interesting, they're kind of cool, they might do some really cool stuff, they have potential. You like some of their stuff, not all of it, but you're like, I'm going to keep my eye on them. For me, that is definitely Dueto. I love their look, I love what they're going for, their kind of themes and stuff. And I do like a couple of their fragrances, certainly not all of them, but I really think that they have potential to do some really awesome stuff. Which alludes me to Golden Boy, right here. Let's get to it. Golden Boy was released in 2011 by the Dueto house, which was only launched in 2010. It is ridiculously recent, as is the whole concept of the house. Golden Boy as a concept is probably one of my favourite concepts of these new houses, and that is, it's like urban territory kind of stuff. That's what their whole fragrance line is supposed to be. So I don't know, it's kind of a cool concept actually. Which brings me to my second thing that I want to talk about, and that is WILT, which is an abbreviation for Would I Like This? Look, fragrance reviews can be quite long. You don't have a lot of time, and not just that, but you don't even know if this is something that you might like or might be interested in. Everybody's in different parts of their fragrance journey at any given time, and at the moment you might be looking for a fresh, kind of nice, casual scent, which this is not. Okay, so look, I'll just give you an example. Right, so Golden Boy, right now, with regards to wilts, this is a fragrance that you are looking for if you are a fan of maybe sweet fragrances, like maybe you're really in love with Angel Men Pure Malt or Rock-S Man, New Harlem, that kind of stuff, and you're interested in the whole leather concept and like the darker fragrances or the darker kind of notes like leather and oud and stuff like that, but you're not quite there yet, so you want something that's going to ease you into that whole kind of genre. Not just that, but also if you are like a general leather fan, if you are like in love madly with Tuscan leather, but you want something a bit different, maybe you want something a bit more sweeter, a bit more dynamic, again, this is something that you might want to look at. Mr. Frankincense, who is a lover of this, said that this could be a good clubbing fragrance, and I totally can see that. Of course, for me, that spot's taken by Petit Fracas. But yeah, I could certainly try this out, but of course the coolest thing about that is nobody, or well, a very, very small amount of people are probably going to be wearing this in the club, so if you want like a new, bold, brazen clubbing scent, I'd recommend Petit Fracas, but if you're a leather lover, again, try it out. The perfumier for this is Sonia Constant. Are you joking me, sir? When I heard that Sonia Constant had done this, I was pretty pissed, actually. I was pretty annoyed, because Sonia Constant has done stuff like such classics as Kenzo Sports Air. She's done like ridiculously fresh synthetic fragrances, like that. And that's cool, that's fine, that's okay, you know, people, you know, there are certain perfumiers who are good at that niche, but then to just like, be like, right, so I'm doing my synthetic stuff, right, and now I'm just gonna go and do a niche leather suede violet leaf based fragrance, and like, that's a bit of a jump, and that's the main issue that I have with this fragrance. This isn't as much as a good scent, it's more like a learning curve. Sonia Constant was learning how to do leather and dark based fragrances kind of while she was making this. The thing is, and I'm saying this to Dueto specifically, if you're going to start your own like little niche company, I understand like maybe the budget it probably isn't to your favor or anything like that, but if you're going to get somebody to make a dark based leather fragrance, why are you getting somebody who has no experience in that? Why couldn't you have got somebody who is cheaper but at least has done, I don't know, some synthetic leathers or some synthetic kind of oud based fragrances, you know, if you want to go cheap on it. But don't go for somebody who has little to no experience and ask them to make this. What could possibly go fucking wrong with that idea? So I may not be happy with the perfume yet, but I'll tell you one thing I'm really happy about, and that is the presentation. The whole Dueto line really caught my attention with the presentation, the bottle, and even the box. I usually keep boxes simply for like reviewing purposes to show you like the box, but I'm going to keep this anyway. I really love the presentation of the. It's shiny. I don't know if you can kind of see. Yeah. Whoa, right there. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, it's shiny as hell. Really immaculate, fine detailing. With the box, really nice. And not just that, but the camera probably does not do this justice. It is a beautiful bottle. The whole line have got like similar thematic bottles, and sometimes that can be a bit boring. You know, people have problems with that with like Creed, like every bottle's the same. But you know, with Dueto, I think it works. I think it works for what they're going for, and this is no exception. I love the bottle, so whoa. Yeah, I am very proud and happy to have this like in the cupboard, you know, having that on show. So it's cool. But is the juice inside any good? That is the question. Okay, so you know how I go. I've got the fragrance, the dry down there. So let's pop on the fresh one onto my left arm, and of course I'll take you through what I get from Golden Boy. So let me just tell you this. When it hits, it's very pungent, and I've got to say, I am not a fan of this opening. Thing is, okay, so you got right off the top, whoa, like suede and leather, no questions asked. But it's also got like this kind of violet leaf thing going on, and some other kind of spices. But the issue is like the fragrance itself does not know whether it's ripping off Tuscan Leather or Fahrenheit by Christian Dior. And it's just a bit too much. It's just a bit sort of like, the composition to me is just a bit, it's a bit too confusing. Like, it doesn't know quite what it's supposed to be or what it's going for. Like at the very beginning, it smells as though it's actually going to go somewhere. It smells actually as though it's going to go into like a 1 million bubblegum kind of thing, like in the first literal couple of seconds. But there it doesn't. It just kind of goes into this weird, confused mesh of almost like a plasticky kind of a smell, which I'm just not too happy about. So I actually call this the confused stage. I'm just not too happy about it at all. It's just kind of a bit weird, and I mean the performance is just so much, so it's projecting like hell, and I just don't like it. It's one of my least favorite openings of a fragrance ever. So that's not too cool, but it does get better. So the first act should last you about 20 minutes. Unfortunately, but the second stage absolutely kills it and steals the show, and is the reason why I didn't sell it, and that is the creamy leather stage. This is great. This is really good. Okay, so you've got the leather and the suede. The violet leaf calms itself down, which is a good thing, because I think that that's jarring. That's just too much, and I think that realistically, I think that is inexperience from the perfumier, like I said. But now we've got some vanilla coming up, and that's really working. Also kind of like an incensey kind of thing, which gives it a bit of sort of like dryness. But the vanilla with the leather is very sort of creamy, and it's nice. It's really nice. It's sweet and like really quite cool. This is the thing that's gonna sell you. This is the thing that I love. This is the reason why I love wearing it. Third stage, it kind of goes back to being a bit suckish for me. I call this the plastic stage. It kind of has like a container, kind of plasticky kind of a smell, which is not pleasant. The sweetness is gone at this point. and the suede's a bit, just, I don't know, it's a bit too harsh. It's kind of going back to that kind of confusing kind of thing where it just doesn't know what it wants to be again, and that's just something I'm just not happy about. It's bearable. I can bear it. You can kind of get away with it, but then it becomes like, I don't know, it's like kind of plasticky and kind of like, I don't know, like banana-y. I don't know, it's like a synthetic kind of banana-y kind of a smell. So that's kind of weird. The fourth and final stage I call the Musti Stage. Kind of like has a bit of smoke. You got a lot of the incense going. That's really smoothing it out. Very pleasant, really pleasant actually. Suede's come down, violet leaf's gone, and you're getting a bit of the vanilla. That's nice. That's really quite solid and good. So it's kind of the issue with the fragrances you've got, like, for me anyway, I know a lot of people who like dearly love this, but it's like the first part sucks, second part is fantastic, third part's just kind of weird and not nice, and then the fourth part is solid as well. So that's the issue. I mean, talk about a mixed review. This is the epitome of a mixed review. It's kind of a mixed bag, kind of a mixed journey, but for the parts where it's good, it's really good. With regards to performance, whoa, that's definitely a strength. This is beast mode, as we call it in the fragrance community. This is, apart from Petit Fracas, this is the most strongest fragrance that I have currently in my collection. It is, okay, so if I spray it on right now, or I spray it in the hallway, on the landing, upstairs, what usually happens is that my mum downstairs says, "George, is that you?" And I'm like, yes, it's me from upstairs. Very strong. That's why it could definitely work in a club. So projection, yeah, you're safe with this one. Longevity is completely the same. 12 hours plus, no question. You know, in regards to application, please go easy on the trigger. I don't like people telling me how to apply my fragrance. I just go for it myself and I'll find out. But the thing is that the issue with this is that it can be quite deceiving. You could be wearing this a couple times, think that you've not got enough on, and you'll spray it some more. Trust me, you've got enough on. I think one of the main questions that you have is, okay, so is this like a bashing? Is this like, are you telling me to stay away from this fragrance? No, I'm telling you to be wary or cautious with this fragrance. Usually I can be pretty happy to tell you, don't worry about it, just go buy it, it's cool, or whatever. I can usually give a strict and clear message with my fragrance reviews. This is not one of them. This is a try, this is a test. So what I'd say to you is, no, it's not the best leather scent, and it's certainly not the best sweet scent on the market, but it's an interesting hybrid, and with certain people it works very well. But just try it, just test it out, go easy with it, go slow with it. This is not your most sort of clear, to me anyway, it's not the most sort of clearest to tell. I think that this is a fragrance that could really grow on people. It's starting to grow on me. I don't know, maybe in a year or so I'll be singing its praises and loving it. So yeah, definitely a try if you're in the mood for that kind of combination of notes, the sweetness and the leather. Yeah, definitely a contender for you guys. So I've been the Fragrance Apprentice. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I've given you a couple things to think about. Until next time, when I see you, I have been the Fragrance Apprentice, and I'm out.